Justin Ross and other wide receivers have been seen working out with Mahomes at Mahomes' private training session in Dallas. Justin Ross was drafted last year, and we have yet to see him play on the NFL field, but we have seen clips of him working out now this offseason. And you're gonna want to stay to the end so you can see how well he's been working out. Mahomes has done this before, where he would send some of the receivers and other teammates out to run private training sessions before phase 1 of training starts. He's done this to help with chemistry and to build rapport with his receivers and running backs. It's a good thing he does this since it gets everyone warmed up and up to speed before the draft and camp begins. Also lets us see how some of the players perform based on information that comes out of there. Mahomes also went ahead and rented out places for his teammates to stay as well. The Chiefs have a lot of weapons in their arsenal that they are ready to use, but with the loss of Juju and McCole Hartman, the Chiefs are going to need some of their talent already on the team to step up. What we've seen from Justin Ross so far this offseason is he's ready to step foot on the field, and he's looking way healthier than he has recently. Patrick Mahomes is already praising Ross for his abilities on the field.
Justin Ross, he's gone viral with some of those videos. What have been some of your impressions of him now that you've got him there working away from the team?
Yeah, I mean, the talent's through the roof. I think anybody can see that, and I think he's gotten better and better. And even though he wasn't active all year long, he was in the building and he was able to see the guys and how we do things and listening and being in some of the meetings and stuff like that. And so I'm excited for him, man, to get out there and be able to get the reps and practice and get the little fine details that we like to do in this offense. And like I said, the talent's there. He works his tail off. I'm like, man, you got to ease up a little bit. He wants to run every route 100 times, but you rather have to ease up on the guy, make him kind of ease up on himself. But he wants to work and to be the best player that he could possibly be.
He's a 6'4" red zone threat that played with Trevor Lawrence in college. If he can stay healthy, there's no doubt in my mind that he won't be a stud. Coming out of Clemson, when he was healthy in college, he performed really well. With the draft coming up, there is some pressure for the Chiefs on if they're going to draft a wide receiver, and honestly, I don't think they should use a first-round pick on one. They usually draft a receiver anyways every draft, so regardless, they'll pick up one, but I don't think the first rounder on one would be the best decision. Sky Moore was one of the players Andy Reid said he expects to step up next season. So far, what we've seen this offseason, he had. The wide receiver group is young compared to other teams. To help put in perspective, Mahomes is 27 and is older and has had more NFL experience than any of the receivers on the team. Mahomes has been working closely with Kadarius Toney and Sky Moore as he believes they can potentially have a breakout season. I touched on this before, but Kadarius Toney really was a solid pickup and a great fit for the team. A major concern for him though is him staying healthy. After missing plenty of games with the Giants, he also missed some games with the Chiefs. Mahomes touched on that topic and said based on how they've been training in the offseason and the work they've been putting in, he believes his body is potentially in its best shape yet. He believes that he'll be able to stay healthy throughout the season. We all saw how Mahomes played through basically the entire playoffs with an ankle injury. He's been training all offseason and rehabbing that ankle. He mentioned he isn't at 100% yet with it, so he'll continue working on it. Well, like I mentioned, the Chiefs have many weapons. Another name the Chiefs picked up as a receiver is John Ross. A lot of people were confused when they signed him, but I like it if they can make it work. Back in 2017, John Ross broke the record for the 40-yard dash in the combine. Ross was a top 10 pick in the draft going 9th. He went from the Bengals to the Giants and eventually the Chiefs after not getting picked up after his contract was expired with the Giants. He was also dealing with a shoulder injury which sat him out plenty of games. The Chiefs are known for finding players and helping them improve and make an impact. He caught Brett Veach's eye, so I believe the Chiefs can find a way for him to fit into their scheme if he can make the roster spot. Regardless, he's still a speedy option that has plenty of time to improve while learning the offense. The Chiefs late into free agency picked up former Giants receiver Richie James after some would say a breakout season for him. This video of DeAndre Hopkins being asked what teams he wants to play for has been going around and it definitely is interesting. It looks like he has some interest in playing for the Chiefs or the Bills. I get why he'd want to go to the Bills, but could they even make that work? They already have plenty of receivers that work well for them, and adding D-Hop to that team though, it would be scary. It makes a lot of sense for the Chiefs to go for D-Hop. D-Hop has yet to really play for a top quarterback, and either one between Josh Allen and Mahomes would be way better than what he's used to. If D-Hop went to the Chiefs, he could help mentor a lot of those younger players too. He'd fit right in their scheme. Coming off a Super Bowl, they need to be prepared for what's to come. They can't relax and think everything will be easy next season. They need to be hungry for another chance to play in the Super Bowl. These younger guys need to be ready for all the opportunities to come this season. The Chiefs have plenty of weapons and talent to compete like they did last year. Who are you expecting to step up the most? I really do believe in Justin Ross. A lot of people are iffy on him since he's been injured a lot, but he's been overcoming injuries throughout his whole entire college career, and especially in this NFL stage, he's had a whole year to rehab and learn the offense, so I think it will be beneficial. Let me know, do you think the Chiefs are going to make it back to the Super Bowl? The draft is coming up this weekend, so I'm excited to see what moves are going to be made. It's great to see Mahomes working out with receivers and getting them and himself ready for the season. Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney, Justin Ross have all been improving, which is what the Chiefs need to happen. The Chiefs could potentially try to pick up another tight end in the draft. The Chiefs did take a loss at the wide receiver position this offseason, but it's safe to say they are still able to compete for another Super Bowl.